Hi guys, welcome. This is your May 2020 Twin Flame Journey reading. Now as you can see here, we got 4 candles here, right? We've got 4 candles. Usually if you follow me for a while, you know I typically, if I light candles, I light 3. Now why are there 4? Because we have so many unions coming together now. So many. There's so many that, you know, you could just look around. And I want to do these readings this way now. And I want to look thoroughly into the journey. This is the twin flame, soulmate, divine masculine, divine feminine journey. Okay, we're past that, the difficulties, we're past the karmic stuff, and now we're on our soul's journey. We're there, you guys. So I want to really honor that this month. And I really just want to honor that. So I have some feathers here, and these feathers are really special to me because I got these last year in really organic ways. I was walking home from a run last summer, and I was thinking, I was in a really difficult time in my life, but I was kind of, you know, leading me up to the point where I am now. I'm still not there yet, but I've definitely concluded a major cycle since then. And I remember thinking that it was so hard and it was so difficult, and being in my head and being super anxious and feeling alone and feeling disconnected. And this feather fell right in front of me, right in front of my face as I was thinking that. And I looked up the meaning of I didn't even look up the meaning of that. I held on to it. And I was scrolling on Instagram like a few weeks later, and I saw this color feather, and I saw other colors of feathers, and it said that feathers that are this color, right, they're not black, but they're gray and they're turning white, they mean that you're at the end of a difficult journey. You're ending it. It's almost over. A few weeks after that, I'm sitting outside of my backyard, and I was sitting out thinking again, and kind of worrying again under my tree, and out of nowhere, this feather falls on top of like my spell work. I was doing spell work. I was thinking. And this feather falls right in front of me. Same color as that other feather. I was in a completely different place. Not too far from the place, but definitely not very close to the place where I found it before. And same message, almost over. And wouldn't you believe it, that cycle concluded. And I know what that cycle was. It was a very difficult cycle. And it was a cycle that I was done with, but for some reason, I kind of still cling on to. It's a hard cycle. It was a hard cycle for me to let go of. But the feathers came true. And it was like every time I found the feather, it got lighter and lighter. I mean, the lighting in this room doesn't show. It got, this feather is lighter than that feather. So it was like I was getting closer and closer and closer to ending that cycle. That was really hard. And so I know that these feathers are needed in these readings. And I really want to do these readings justice. They're very deep. They're very, very intense. They're very real. They're very true. Okay? We're really on a journey, you guys. I know there's a logical part to all of us that denies this or that second guesses this, but it only keeps us separate, right, from our goal. And secondly, it's not true. Okay. So I wanted to tell the story of that. And so I want to go ahead and bless the space. This is citrus spray. It's citrus sage. Right? Spray the air. We want spirit to come in, and we want to keep the vibration high, but we also want to have a good time. Okay, so thanks for listening to the intro. Now let's get into your reading. Okay, Taurus, this is the third time I've tried to do your reading. Okay, so I already have a card out. We're going to look into the Divine Masculine's energy. And this is his energy. Okay? So I feel like your Divine Masculine is showing up in a place of a lot of strength and courage, positivity. He's very supportive. He's not giving up, and he's very confident in this connection. And he's confident enough to break out of certain patterns. Like this Divine Masculine energy is making a lot of changes and breaking out of a lot of ways of doing things, a lot of habits, a lot of strongly held habits. He's having a lot of determination and courage to come out of whatever it is that he's been doing before that may have kept you guys apart. He's, feeling confident enough to stop doing it. And this is definitely not easy for this person, because these things that he's not doing anymore, or he's stopping doing, and that's horrible vocabulary. But these things that he's not doing anymore, or he's in the process of cutting out now, have been things that he has held on to for a very long time. It's been things that he has done for I'm hearing most of his life. So I do feel like I need to stop and clarify this, because I feel like there are going to be some of you guys who are confused about, well, if I'm a feminine, and let's say I'm Taurus, right, and I'm the feminine. Okay, let me explain this. If you're if you're in the masculine energy, then who you're inquiring about, if that's who you're inquiring about, is going to be the Divine Feminine. And if you click on this and you're a Taurus female, then this is your Divine Masculine, and it's vice versa. So I hope that makes sense. All right. But this person is coming out of a lot of habits of thought. This is really hard for this person to change and to break out of. It's really difficult for this person to make these changes, okay? And don't confuse yourself, okay? If you are single, then this is obviously what this energy is doing and what this person is doing before you meet them. If you are in a relationship and it is divinely guided, and it's not something that the universe is trying to split you out of or break you out of, then this is the person that you're connecting with. This is what they're doing. Don't confuse yourself. I'm hearing don't ask dumb questions. No offense. Okay. So, Taurus, this person's really making a lot of changes. I've said that like a million times. And he's really showing up in this strong, confident, very sexy energy, very attractive, but passionate, driven sort of energy. And I think now this person is kind of saying more than they normally would. They're not holding back as much. I feel like this person definitely had a problem of holding back, and it's still a serious problem where they still hold back, right? It's a serious habit. It's a really bad, long-standing habit. But they're in the process of not doing it anymore. They're making the changes, and it's like they're desiring to be more transparent. They're desiring to be more honest and upfront. Okay? I'm hearing you need to let go of a lot of judgments. I feel like you're very hypercritical over this person, or you're just hypercritical over the masculine energy or the masculine body in general, especially if you're in the feminine, if you're the divine feminine, or if you're in the feminine energy. You're very overcritical over this person. And so for some reason you need to hear that for someone. Okay. So I feel as though there definitely came a time where they realized that they weren't happy. And I feel like something's happening in their life that's making them realize that they need to seek more spiritual enlightenment and they need to seek more pleasure in their life. So I feel like this person, maybe their habits kind of stop them from indulging more in life or enjoying the simple pleasures in life. And they're making more changes to bring about more joy and more satisfaction so that they can have more of their wishes come true. Like, it's like a lot of the things that they want, they don't get. I feel like Taurus, I'm not going to lie to you, I really like Taurus as a sign. Maybe not every Taurus I've met I've liked, but I like Taurus as a sign genuinely. And I feel like I just get this very critical energy. And I feel it from a feminine standpoint. It's like, I'm going to look into the divine feminine energy, right? But I feel like the divine feminine, especially over, if you're connecting to a particular masculine or just over the masculine body in general, you're very like, what's the word? Give me a minute. Patronizing. Like, it's like you're kind of like, it's like I'm talking about this person and some of you guys, you may not even want to show yourself. Some of you guys are kind of like, yeah, I'm sure he's doing that. That's keeping you away from this person. Because whether you like it or not, they mirror you. So maybe if you were more accepting of a person and maybe if you were less judgmental, maybe they wouldn't feel like they need to hide stuff from you. Maybe, what about that? Maybe that. When you're in a connection, it's not just one person that is causing all the problems. If there are issues in a connection, which every connection has issues, it's on both sides. So stop patronizing this person. It's silly and it's dumb because it's like you're patronizing yourself. You're not perfect. So if you're gonna sit here and you're gonna okay. No problem. So if you're going to, be in this sort of connection and you're going to be your energy, like, since I came to do this reading, has been very difficult for me to do this reading. Like, very difficult. Your masculine is definitely making changes. He's definitely trying to show up more. And I feel like me even saying that, I just feel like you're cutting it down. You're cutting him down. You're cutting this person down. And you're cutting yourself down. You can't hurt somebody and not hurt yourself. You're not doing anyone any favors. And if you're going to click on a video like this and watch a video like this and have a closed mind, you're dumb. You're wasting your fucking time. No offense. You're wasting all of your time. Go do something better with your time. Click off. It's pretty silly. So this person's really trying to make a change that's very difficult to change. And I'm sure it's very difficult to change being a bitch. Okay? And I feel like some of you guys, genuinely, you need to hear that. It's really hard to make a change and stop being that way. And the same way as how some of you guys, because I know Taurus is a very stubborn sign, you may just be like, That's earth sign energy. I get, like, I'm surrounded by earth signs and fire signs. I get it. I know that energy. But, you're just holding yourself back. This person's trying to make a change. And it's like this person kind of feels silly. It's like they're already kind of chastising themselves. So if you really care about somebody, don't chastise them because you're not perfect. There's plenty of flaws in you. So don't pass judgment on them. So they're trying to break out of a habit. Maybe they were a liar. I'm sure they were, but I'm sure you lie too. You're lying to yourself right now. I can guarantee it. I'm sure maybe they kept things from you in the past. I'm sure you've kept things from yourself and from this other person and from people in your life. I'm sure they've done everything that you think that everything that you're probably going to say that they've done, everything that you're thinking that they've done. I'm sure they've done it. Right? It's not in here. I've had like 1,000,003 interruptions, and I just know that it's my spirit guides, and I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed by them. So I can definitely feel your energy off of this. I definitely don't want to be you. I definitely don't like this feeling, but it's definitely trying to show you something, so just allow it to show you something. But I feel like, and oh my God, I'm just gonna say this again. If you don't believe in this stuff, why the fuck are you clicking this video? Seriously, like, why did you click here? Why are you bothering us? If you don't believe in spirituality, spiritual YouTube is on another side of YouTube. Why are you on this side of YouTube? Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Go be 3-dimensional or go be 2-dimensional somewhere else. There's so many other places you could be that way. Go away. Seriously. If you are here, then you're here for a reason. Open up to it. Damn. Whew. This person's trying to change. They're making changes. They're trying to show up more in a positive light. They're doing the work. Stop putting them down. Especially if this person is someone that you're connecting with, and you know, and this is someone who is already manifested in your life that you're with, then really stop putting them down. You're only pushing them away. And if this is not somebody who is manifested and you just have that attitude towards men in general, then that's pretty stupid because you're just keeping them away. That's pretty dumb. When you really think about it, no offense, you're probably going to take offense. I just don't care. So, yeah. This is hard. It's difficult. He's seeing. He's realizing. But you guys are mirrors. Twin flames are mirrors. So how are you doing that to yourself? How are you doing that? If you could see that in him, then you're projecting that from yourself. All right. So, and that's for the divine feminine. You needed to hear that. All right. So let's have a deeper look into him for May. 10 of Pentacles reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. I feel like he's definitely lost some money. You know, maybe he has lost a lot of money in the past or in the recent past, and he's rebuilding. I get a strong sense of rebuilding. He's definitely rebuilding. He's changing around, like maybe what he thought his life would be like at the point that he is right now. It's not what it's like. And he definitely did experience some material loss in some way, shape, or form. And he's just rebuilding. He's definitely focused upon that at this time. But at the end of the day, he's rebuilding. He's coming out of that depression of having gone through whatever it is that he went through. He's coming out of that. Sorry, my camera. And it's like he wants to make a change for the better, but he's not really sure how. Everything has not materialized yet. Certain things need to fall into place. But the most important thing that's showing up with this man is that he's standing in his King of Wands energy. He's standing in his truth. And that's the most important part. Because you can have all the money in the world and you could still lose all your money. I feel like, you know, if you focus heavily on results, you're not going to get those results. Because the results are as a result of all the actions. So put the energy in the action. And the most important part is that he's in the energy of action, which is the most important part. So don't put this person down, especially if they're in your life. Don't put them down. But if you are someone who is in that energy and you're very like focused on material things and it's in a negative way, and you'll know for yourself it's different for all of you guys, then you may not even be connected with this person right now, because you would hurt the connection. You wouldn't even bring this together. You would hurt it. So if you feel separated from this person and you feel disconnected and you're wondering why they're not in your life right now, it's because if they were in your life right now, it wouldn't last. Because of your focus. And I know it feels like I'm getting on the feminine, but every reading is different, and sometimes certain people need to be got together that maybe weren't got together the month before. Okay? So I'm going to have a look at the divine feminine energy. Okay, so onto the divine feminine energy. I feel like this month you could find a lot of blocks. I definitely feel like this month you could feel like a lot of things are being hindered, delayed. There's a lot of interruptions. I feel like you could be feeling that way, or there could just be a lot of interruptions in your connection. And believe you me, it's a blessing in disguise. The energy is not right. It's just not the right time. It's not. Okay, divine feminine, your energy. King of Pentacles, I knew it. You're very focused. You're very materialistic. And there's nothing wrong with being materialistic. But there's a reason why I say very materialistic. Because it's imbalanced. Now I feel like you're definitely focused on your career. You're focused on the things that you have. You're focused on your finances. You're focused on your health, your body, your well-being. Kudos to you. Love this energy. Love this guy. Love him. And you're definitely taking action from a place of being grounded, you know? You're not taking action, you know, just because you feel like it, or, you know, you're taking action from a place of you're thinking about the future, but you're also thinking about the now. This is a great place to be. It's very Taurian-like, don't get me wrong. This is the highest form of Taurus. It's upright. It's beautiful energy. It is. It's great energy. But it's not cohesive with the divine masculine. Okay? So that's your explanation. That's what they're saying. That's your explanation. So whatever the question was, whatever it is that you're wondering about, you know, about your connection, or about why haven't I met him yet? Or why is this person distant with me? Why aren't we connecting? The reason why is because your energies are so different. It wouldn't make sense. This person speaks Chinese or Mandarin, and this person is Italian. They speak complete Italian. They don't speak a word of English. And this person speaks Mandarin and maybe knows some English. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're not speaking the same language. Because you're both on different journeys right now. You're healing different aspects of yourself, but not necessarily healing either. Because these energies are very strong. They're both king-like, right? So it's really not healing. It's actually really admirable. Both of you guys' energy is extremely admirable. But one puts down the other. And while the other one doesn't get the other. They don't understand. You're both right. Okay. So, I feel like you really want love, feminines. Like, you definitely are feeling that emotional disconnect, that heart disconnect, or you're feeling that pull towards it. Either one, doesn't matter. You're definitely feeling that pull, or you're feeling that disconnect. It's on the mind. You want this to materialize. But you see how your energy is in the Lovers, right? but it's not fully ready. The Lovers is not fully upright. It's not balanced. And I feel like you're definitely noticing the flaws in your connection. I'm not trying to get on you females. I'm really not trying to get on the divine female. Like, I don't I don't feel it's nothing on you guys. That's just where you are. Yeah. It's a disconnect. Even though you're thinking about the love and the relationship, even though that's what you're thinking about, it's like all I'm saying, all I'm hearing, and all I'm really getting, because I know what I'm feeling, but all I really want to say is that you'll understand why this is happening in the future. Because when you look back, like maybe a few months from now, and you look back to the month of May, you'll understand why I feel like there is a disconnect, or why there's a separation, or why maybe this person is holding back from you. You'll understand why, and you'll understand where your energy was as opposed to where their energy was. And there's no right or wrong energy. That's just, this is your energy and that's his energy, and it doesn't match. It doesn't match enough to bring it into union. You want this connection, you want this relationship, but then again, you're not connecting with yourself enough to have a union. You're almost there, you're getting it, you get it, but you don't fully get it. You get what I'm trying to say? You get it, but not really. Not entirely, not fully. Yeah. You're almost there though. Holy shit. I'm just realizing how spiritually this reading is, or this energy is. We have the High Priestess. We have the Lovers. You're not quite settled yet. I definitely feel like this unsettled energy. Okay? You're not fully there yet. But you're on the right path. That should make you, hopefully that brings you some solace. You're on the right path. Okay? If we're looking for love, we're in the right direction. We're very close. Some of us are very close. Right? If we're working on this connection, or if we're in a relationship and we're trying to, bring things in a certain place, and we're looking for help, we're in the right direction. We're doing the right things. I feel like it just needs a little more time, because there's a realization that needs to happen. The feminine is not connected enough with her intuition. She's not connected. She's not sitting in herself enough. It's like the feminine energy is the energy that pulls it in. The feminine energy, it's an energy that pulls in. And you're not sitting in yourself enough to pull it in. You're almost there, but you're not there yet. Sorry, you might not like hearing it, but it's the truth. That's what I see. Alright, so let's have a look at your energy. The Divine Feminine's energy. I keep saying your. I'm sorry. But let's have a look at your energy, the Divine Feminine energies, in the month of May. Right? Your energy is all the cards. Do you notice that every card is showing up like this? Do you notice that? Every card is falling out in the same direction, in the same way. And it's all really positive cards. You're wanting to move forward. You're taking the steps, but I don't think you realize that there are blockages. The Eight of Wands speaks of blockages removed. And when it's not upright, especially when it's reversed, it speaks of a blockage in communication, a blockage in movement. think you're moving forward, but there are blockages I don't think you see. It's not obvious enough for you to see because it's on a very intrinsic level. An intrinsic level that you're not connecting with enough. You're freeing yourself from certain belief systems, from limiting beliefs, from feeling trapped. You're taking back your power, heavily taking back your power. But once again, it's not enough yet. I keep hearing it's not enough yet. You don't need to do more, but it's not like you need to work harder right now. It just requires more time. It needs a little more time. That's what you need to hear. You need more time. When you look back, you'll be thankful that it took this time. But you might not like it now. But the thing is, you might not really care, because when you're sitting in this energy, this was definitely one card that fell out completely, very strongly in this energy, right? When you're sitting in the King of Pentacles energy, you're good. Like, you're not, like, you're very steady. You have your head screwed on, kind of on right. But it's your intuition that needs attention. You kind of need to sit with yourself. What are you running from? You're not settled enough. It's like the earth. This is like the earth having an earthquake. It's like you're having silent earthquakes. Like, not silent earthquakes, but small ones beneath the crust. You're not wanting to sit with yourself. You're kind of like you're doing this. Oh, snap, I didn't even close that window. I almost burned my cards. And that's kind of I feel like that's what's happening to me right now. I think that's why all this stuff is kind of, it's fine, and it's not like these, you're fine. Just give it time. What's going on is trying to teach you something. You're learning. You're not going to figure it out right now. Give it time and you will. And try to be still. Like, try to just be still. And try not to, like, lash out. Because I feel like if you were connecting with this person, some of you guys are, and you could feel a disconnect, because if you guys were more connected, you'd be lashing out at them. And you wouldn't be realizing that you're lashing out, because it's like something's bothering you inside. Something wants your attention inside of you that you don't feel settled enough to attend to. You're freeing yourself from anything that's codependent. There's a lot of things in our society today that is codependent, and you're coming out of that. You're realizing that there were things that were codependent. There were things that were unhealthy. And that's see, as soon as I pulled that out, see how this card, see? Did you see that? Just like that. I pull and it just comes right out like that. You guys are very connected. And as you heal, they heal. And there are aspects in which the masculine heals that the feminine heals. Don't think that you're the only one doing the work. They are too. Their work is just a little different from yours, but they're doing the work too. You need masculine and feminine energy to be in balance. So don't think you're the only one doing the work. Don't think you're the only one working. You're the only one. You're not the only one. And that should make you feel good, because you're not alone. So chill. Seriously, Taurus, actually, I'm not just saying that. You really need to chill. You really need to, like, sit still, meditate, go within, do a reading, or get a reading from whoever, wherever, whatever. Connect with yourself, pray, whatever you do. You have the answers within, but you need to go within. You need to sit still. It's not even like you need to search within and ask questions. You really just need to sit still. It's like you just are very, like, you don't want to do it. And if you just did it, it's not as bad as why you're running from it. But you got this. At the end of the day, you really do. No shade. I'm going to get an oracle card between the two. I'm using my Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Let's have a look at the energy, the oracle energy for this month, for this twin flame connection that Taurus is experiencing. So we have the owl and it's reversed. So you need the medicine. Okay. All right. The owl is number 39. The owl is the master of the night. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it's dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. The owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors, and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. The owl guards against self-deception and insists that your motives be pure and transparent to all. See how the feminine needs to come closer to her own truth, and the masculine, as she comes closer to her own truth, he wants to come out of deception. The Seven of Swords. Remember we talked about that super early. The masculine, and don't think the masculines don't think you're perfect either, right? The masculine is wanting to come out of deception. He wants to be more transparent. But see how the feminine also, it fell in the same position. Those cards came in the same position where the feminine needs to come closer to her own truth. You are mirrors. You are mirrors. You are mirrors. What is the message that you are not hearing? The situation you are not seeing with clarity. Owl invites you to wait patiently. Bide your time until it is right to act. Then do so decisively, with no hesitation or remorse. That's all you need to know. And don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I mean, go ahead. It's freedom of speech. I live in America. God bless America. You can say whatever you want. And nobody can say anything to you back. No one can silence you. I'm sorry, my camera is, everything is bothering me today. And this is one thing that's annoying about being a channel. You just don't know why, and then you get it after. But, you're free to say whatever you want. And it's like, you need to be grateful. It's literally here. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Just be grateful. If you, want to say what you want to say, go ahead. But the more walls you put up, right? The more defensive you are, okay? The more you want to stay in your comfort zone, the longer it'll take for you guys to unite again. I don't care. I'm in union. I don't care. It's not affecting me. I'm in union. Are you? All right. That's what I have for you. God bless you guys this month. Stay tuned for your weekly love readings, and Godspeed. God bless. Go within. You're strong enough to do it. You're grounded enough to do it. All right. Take care. Bye-bye, Taurus.